Okay, and I'm also going to call in some of our leaders we've got to just, maybe for different tips and stuff. So just here for your name, but let's start. Okay, so first things first, when you join this company, you are a part of ITWorks, but you are not ITWorks. Okay, your brand is not the company. You have to brand yourself. That's a huge thing in social media. You have to brand yourself. So if you don't know what I mean, I want you to write down on a piece of paper, who are you? What are some of your favorite things? Are you a mom? Are you a student? Are you a wife? Are you a girlfriend? Are you whatever you are? That's who you are. Okay, so you are not an ITWorks distributor. You are a mom, you're a wife, you're a student. You have all these things, all these roles in your life. That is who you are. But also, what are things that you love? What are you passionate about? Do you love cooking? Do you love baking? Do you love pets? Shopping, fashion, makeup? Whatever you are passionate about, that's also who you are. So one huge mistake a lot of distributors make, firstly, is opening up like a brand new Facebook or Instagram for your business. And that's never a good idea. And I thought when I first started that was a good idea. So I actually did that. I opened up a brand new Instagram account just for my business because I had those concerns. I don't want everyone seeing everything, whatever. But it didn't work out, you guys. It was because I was like a walking billboard, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to be a part of or wants to follow a bunch more ads. And people see that enough already. So people want to know that you are a real person. You don't need to be ITWorks. You are you with ITWorks into your life, okay? It's part of your lifestyle. So whatever you did before ITWorks, that's what you'll continue to be doing and posting. But you'll be sprinkling in your business, okay? So branding yourself in your Instagram bio. So we'll do Instagram right now, and I screenshot some examples for us. So this is what not to do in your Instagram bio. I hate that her name is on there, but I'll try to hide that. Okay, so right here, if you guys can see it, even her Instagram name says ITWork. It's ITWorks, but it says ITWork. It says, because of this business, I can be a stay-at-home mom now. So clearly this is like her business account. And then all of her pictures are of ITWorks, right? It's just a picture. But that's what not to do. You do not want to have to just all of a sudden become this ITWorks crazy advertisement, okay? Don't add ITWorks into your Instagram name. Don't add ITWorks into your Instagram bio. What you do is you're just yourself. Who are you? So a few examples of what to do in your little bio. We've got Kara. This is Kara. So right here, travel. She loves to travel. She's a lover of sweets and food, and she's like, let's be friends, It doesn't say anything about ITWorks or her company. But when you look at her page, you clearly know that she may be a part of something. I mean, it looks attractive. It's not all ITWorks. Another one is Becca. It's like, hey, I'm Becca, married to my best friend, health, wellness, adventure, California, Nevada. And that's it. That's her. That's who she is. And then we've got Marissa. She's 22, makeup, coffee, Target obsessed, 90s R&B is my fave, creating the life I want in Arizona. Don't chase anything but drinks and, I can't see it, something. But nothing about ITWorks, right? Nothing at all about ITWorks in her business. For me, it's raising Mason and Miles, self-love, in love, and freedom, Vegas strong. That's my bio. That's who I am, right? So it's not, you don't suddenly just become ITWorks. So leave ITWorks out of your bio. Continue to be who you are. Okay, now for your posting on Instagram, we'll just go right into it. All right, so what do you guys think of this one right here? Is this something what to do or what not to do? No, shakes. No, we don't want to do that, you guys. It has what? reps and hair, skin, nails. And I mean, you look at this profile and you're like, holy crap, that's a walking billboard, right? A walking advertisement for this company. Not what you want. Here's another one, and it's a little bit better, but you scroll through and you see before and after, you see product, you see before and after, you see product, you see before and after, before and after, before and after. That, again, is not what we do. Okay, again, this is a lifestyle. You are sprinkling your new business into your everyday life. You are not suddenly some ITWorks crazy person posting all the time. And if you are going to drive a lot of people away. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, so here's Kara's, you guys. She posts about ITWorks every single day, but could you tell by looking at these pictures? No, it's attractive, they're bright. You can see who she is in these pictures. If I didn't know her, I would definitely be like, yeah, she loves to travel. Okay, yeah, she's got an awesome husband now. Wow, okay, really pretty pictures. I want to follow her. I like her. I'm going to want to see more of this. You go to Becca's. Again, it's just her and her husband, her family, her nephews, you know, a couple products, but they are of her holding products. You know, it's personalized to her. Yeah, so those are some examples of what to post. Okay, so what don't we post? We do not post before and after, before and after, before and after. On Instagram, you guys have to remember that Instagram and Facebook, they are both social media platforms, but they just work completely different, in my opinion. So for Instagram, it is more about like the lifestyle look. Like your pictures have to be on point for Instagram, because when you go to follow somebody, they're going to go to your page and they're going to look at a few of your pictures. If the first 9 or 12 pictures that show up are black bling and green and ITWorks products and all of this before and afters, they're not going to follow you back. In fact, they're probably going to deny your request for actually following them. But if you have a Instagram with, you know, selfies and pictures of yourself and your family and your pets and your kids and all the things that you love, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she looks like a cool mom or whatever, you know. She'll follow you, or she'll at least accept your follow request that you're following her. Okay, so that's what people do. When you go to follow them, they don't know you. They're gonna go to your page. They're always going to go to your page and they're going to see who you are. And if your bio says anything about ITWorks or a business or anything like that, chances are they're not going to accept it. So for Instagram, pictures are everything. It does not mean that you have to be some professional photographer. It doesn't mean you have to, you know, buy and invest into all these camera apps and whatever. No, all you want to do is just take pictures of you, of your life, and just make sure that they're clear, they're bright, and they are just of you. You don't want to post before and afters, before and afters, pictures of other people holding the products. You know, you want it to be personalized to you. So for Instagram, the look is everything. Especially now, social selling, this influencer stuff, people, they just love it. People love the way that Instagram looks when they're lifestyle posts. Here's mine right here. It's barely can see any ITWorks stuff, right? It's me. It's of my stuff. It's my products, but of me holding them. It's my mirror pictures that I love to take constantly, you know, it's all of that. But that's who I am. And so when you're genuine and authentic in what you're posting and it looks bright and, you know, people can see that it's you and you're not some advertising robot for a company, they're going to want to follow you. It's just everything, you guys. So take a minute to look at your Instagram and kind of see how you can tweak it. If you guys have any questions about your specific one, I can go to it right now and I can look at it. But just let me know. But that's what Instagram should look like. Now let's go to Facebook. Facebook, the biggest thing that people, like the biggest no-no that distributors do. Now, I guess, okay, so on Facebook, you know how there are people who just share videos after videos and memes and posts and all of that, you know, one after another, always. Nobody wants to see that. I know that like when I scroll through Facebook, I'll find one and I'm like, oh, that's funny, haha. But like, I'm not going to be scrolling through your videos and pictures that you're sharing all day long. Does that make sense? So on Facebook, even if it's like you, if you want to share it, go ahead, but remove it from your timeline. So when you go back to your Facebook, you look through, and if it's like video after video after video that you've shared, just go and remove it from your timeline. That's it. That way maybe people are seeing it still when they go through their news feed, but when they go to your page, they're not seeing a bunch of videos and cat videos and memes and all of that stuff on your page. Again, you work them differently, but Facebook, you still don't want to be posting all that stuff. Nobody wants to see that. Again, for Facebook, make sure that your, and this goes for Instagram too, but your main picture needs to be a picture of you. It needs to be a selfie, a picture of you. People want to know you're a real person, especially on Facebook. I just die when I see these pictures with dogs and you want to run a business, you know, and it's okay if you didn't really know otherwise before, but change your profile picture to a picture of you, a bright, clean picture of you, whatever that is. And same with your cover photo. You know, a lot of people, when they first join this business, they'll put a cover photo of ITWorks and stuff. You don't want to do that either. Just a cover photo, just of who you are, okay? And in your bio as well, don't say anything about ITWorks. Just talk about who you are and all of that. So if you're a little lost on like branding yourself, just pick like 5 things that you love, that you're passionate about, and that you could easily post about every single day. So that could be, you know, your kids, could be your family, it could be your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, whatever. It could be your pets, you know, it could be cooking, baking, shopping, makeup, anything like that. Those things that you are truly passionate about, like pick 5 of them and just put them in your bio. Just talk about what you love. Do you love Target too? Do you know, shopping, coffee, whatever you are, whatever, just put it in there. That's what it needs to say. It doesn't need to say ITWorks distributors, come and try my products. Here's my website, you know. It doesn't need to say any of that, because you will do so much better in a business like this when you are yourself, you're being authentic. People know that you're a real person, but you're just taking them through your journey in your everyday life. It's really that simple. Does anyone have questions about that? Any leaders want to add a little on maybe how your social media should look?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I like to talk about Instagram because Facebook is not my forte. I'm just gonna say that right now. But Instagram, something I noticed, I like to be a copycat. I don't think being a copycat, like people say, if you copy the right cat, it's not bad to be a copycat. So I like to look at the top income earners Instagrams, and you can look at their Facebooks too. And I like to copy what they do because they're the top income earners, so they know what they're doing. And so I like to go to their stories, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll screenshot their stories and use them as my own stories. And I noticed that some people, I don't know if it's just they don't know how to properly screenshot the story, but the way to screenshot someone's story is you have to hold down the screen. So like, let me show you an example, because sometimes I'll see a screenshot story and you can tell it was screenshot because it's like zoomed in on your story because you were trying to cut out their name, and then like the words are cut out and it just doesn't look clean. So like if I wanted to steal Stacy's story, for example, I'm not going to because that's a picture of Stacy, but what I do is you hold it down and that'll take away her name, and then you screenshot it, and then you go into your photos and you want to crop all that black space out so it's a clean picture to post onto your story. I also notice that sometimes when a story is taken too many times, like say I stole it and then Stacy takes it and then Brittany takes it and it's been taken too many times, it starts to get blurry. And so if it looks blurry, it doesn't look clean. And like Stacy was saying, it's really important to make sure your Instagram's all clean. And so if you have a blurry story, just try and look for a better one. That's all.
Yes, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Can I say one quick thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the other thing about copycatting, I tell my team all the time, I always say copy from top leaders. I do the exact same thing. But the one thing about being a copycat, you need to make sure that you read what you're reposting. I make sure that I read it so many times, because I see so many times when people try to be a copycat and they didn't read what they posted. So A, it doesn't go with that particular person. Like, I'll just use an example of Kara may have posted something about her wedding, and let's say Stacy took it, but Stacy didn't just get married. Like, you're not reading what you're posting. So you need to kind of, like, if you're going to be a copycat, read the post before you do it and edit it to make it sound like you, not like Kara wrote it. Change the wording around, change the emojis, whatever. Make sure you use a picture more suitable to you. But always, if you want to be a copycat, but make sure you edit what the wording is before you do it. That was the only thing I wanted to add.
Yeah, no, thank you for that as well. Being a copycat is great. And like Kara said, copy the right cat. If you are brand new, you don't know what you're posting about, we are here for a reason, and you can take anything that we post. However, like Jamie said, make sure you're reading it before you're reposting, but also you don't just want to copy and paste, even if it isn't personal to them. You want to copy it to your notes, add a little bit, add a couple of emojis, put your phone number. I've had it a couple times where my distributors will put my number, whatever the post is, but just switch it. Sometimes, you guys, when I'm like caught, I can't think of a post, I will go to top leaders who inspire me, and I will just look for inspiration. And that's what it's about. You can scroll through anybody's Facebook or Instagram for some inspiration. When you want to copy something, just copy it to your notes. It's totally fine, you guys, but just switch it up and add a little bit of you into every single post. And again, when you brand yourself, you'll be able to know exactly kind of what you post. You guys, I talk about freedom all of the time. Almost every lifestyle post, I am talking about freedom, and that is what I am. People will see a post and like, yeah, she's got freedom, we get it. Post something, maybe it's, you wanting to, your journey, why did you start? You wanted to quit your job. So constantly talk about that. Talk about you quitting your job. You can take something that I say, but then maybe extend it a little bit more on your why and your purpose and the reason that you are here. Who are the top leaders that inspire you? Oh, you're sweet. So I love, so many. Let's see. I have a list. Ashley, why can't I think right now? What's her name? Tiffany I love her. Cheyenne Knox, she's awesome, especially if you're really young and you're single with no kids or anything. She's a great one to follow. Courtney Bohr, she's awesome. She's great. I like Miranda Yasecki, because she was on here a couple weeks ago. Lauren Berryman, she's awesome at posting as well. There's actually a list of names. If you go into the album and Freedom Empire, the first 8 days of business, on one of the days, there's like a list of some top leaders that I love to follow, and actually some of their links to their Facebooks. So just look through that and you'll find some right there. Rachel said another Instagram suggestion is a similar filter for all your posts, making it look consistent. Absolutely. She uses, is it VSCO or Visco? Something like that. The presets, I use a preset I bought from Alexa Jean on Instagram. A preset, basically you just, you buy a preset, and every picture you can put that preset on it through the Lightroom CC app. And then all of your pictures will look the same. You want them to flow, all kind of be like the same colors. You don't have to get too sophisticated on it, but just make sure that your pictures are bright and, attractive. And all kinds of presets on ideas as well. The app Pick Tap Go is a great one to just brighten up your pictures. What are some other ones that you guys might use if you don't have a preset? You can list them in the chat if you don't mind. But yeah, that is huge as well. So yeah. Okay, what else we've got? Okay, so like I said a little bit before, Instagram and Facebook, they are just different. So for Facebook, it's more personal, I'd say. So I don't just randomly message people on Facebook. Like, even if they're my friends, I'm not just going to randomly message them unless it's for a host to post, because then I'm not asking them to order anything or whatever. If I'm interacting with somebody on Facebook, I will message them, or if they've liked a picture or commented or something, I will message them. And I think that they'll be great at what I do, and I really genuinely want them on my team, that sort of thing, I'll message them. But it's more personal. So when your posts can be a little bit more personal. The pictures on Facebook don't matter as much as they do on Instagram. Sometimes you don't even need a picture for Facebook. So like the interactive posts, this is a huge way to up your algorithm. And I don't know, I'm not like an expert on algorithm, but I do know that if you are not getting interaction, it's because you are not interacting as well. You're not interacting with people. You don't have posts that people can interact with. So when you post an interactive post on Facebook, for example, I think there was one going around on the team page. Do you like your coffee iced or hot? It's a simple question that almost everybody will have an answer to. That is a post that you'll get tons of comments on. Just simple posts like that. I think when I did that, got a lot of response was mayo or Miracle Whip, things like that. Something that doesn't have anything to do with the business, but it's a question that almost everybody's going to answer to. You're going to get a lot of interaction, and then what you do is interact back and forth with those comments, and then you give love. When I post on the task list, 30 minutes interaction on Facebook, 20 minutes interaction on Facebook, I'm talking like interact, like and comment on a picture, go through the stories and reply to stories. When you have more interaction, Facebook's algorithm is going to be like, okay, cool, more people want to see this. More people are going to see your stuff. You're going to have newer eyes. As long as you're giving love, you're going to get some love. More people are going to see your stuff. It just all kind of works together. Pinterest absolutely has a lot of good interactive post ideas. Pinterest has everything. You guys, Pinterest has ITWorks stories literally laid out for you. If you're confused or you don't know what to post on your stories, maybe you don't have product yet, just go to Pinterest and there's all different kinds of layouts for that as well. What apps do you guys use for like your stories? You guys could share some. Over, yeah, I use Over as well. When you see like the collage type things, the app Over. Adobe Spark posts. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Unfold is awesome. Yeah, and these are all free as well, unless you want to upgrade to the pro version or whatever. So yeah, these are just download these apps, play around with them. They're going to be confusing at first, but when you get the hang of it, it's just so much more easier to make your posts and your stories more personal to you and what you're using. WordSwag is a good one for text on pictures and stuff. Okay, so like I said, Facebook is just more personal. You want to tell people about your life. The interactive posts are huge to get more interaction. Talk about, just talk about like your life. So on Facebook, I say, well, Alyssa, if you guys know her, she's a big social media. She's a distributor with us, but she's also works with corporate a little for social media. And she says that, again, Instagram is just more lifestyle. So Facebook, you don't have to just do lifestyle posts. Facebook, 2 to 3 posts of, personal, product, business. But the business post should be like a lifestyle type thing where you just talk about a picture of you, of your family, of something that matters to you. Maybe it's you filling up your gas tank, and you just talking about why you joined this business. It's really that simple. It's just, why did you join this business? What is it doing for you? What has it done for you so far? And then for Instagram, it's more lifestyle. One post a day is what they recommend. Sometimes they even say to wait every other day on Instagram. I post every day most of the time on Instagram, and it's really just a lifestyle post. Even if it's a picture of my kids, it's a lifestyle post. It's an attractive, bright picture talking about my business and what it's done for me. And then stories, you just load those up all day long, every day. There's no minimum or maximum for stories. You want to share your life from morning to night with your following. You want to show them in the morning, maybe you're using the coffee. You talk about the products you're using, and then you can do product stories. And then maybe you're with your kids, or you're at work, or it's a fun weekend on the lake, or whatever. Just snap your stories all day long. And then, all throughout the day, talk about your business, your products, your personal life, all of that. So Facebook, 2 to 3 times a day, I would say. Add an interactive post, maybe every other day, maybe a couple times a week. On Instagram, 1 time a day, lifestyle, talk about what the business has done for you, and where it's helping you go. Even if you just started and you don't have a success story, talk about where you're going and why you joined. And then for stories, again, personal, business, and products, all day long, load them up with polls, with interactive stuff, with questions. There's all different kinds of tools that Instagram stories have for you to get that interaction as well. I know I'm kind of being a little vague, but does that all make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that? Some things I've noticed with interactive posts that really help me is if I find one that I like, I download the picture instead of share it. Also the posts where people have to interact with each other, kind of like guessing posts, I've noticed I get more hits myself a lot more because the post is constantly being bumped up. Yeah, so that's a good point though right there, is if you see, like for me, if you liked my interactive post, don't share it. Just copy it and put it as your own. Again, it's not going to get as much interaction, and they may actually comment on my post instead. They may go to my page and then add me as a friend. Just copy and paste it. If you know about a product but don't use it, is it bad to post that you use it even if you don't? Well, yeah, you don't want to tell people that you're using it if you're not using it. You definitely want to be honest. But what I do is I'd order it, but I would just talk about the results that people might have gotten. If you're brand new, you've never tried the skinny coffee yet, but you noticed all the amazing results, just post results and just be like, who wants to try it? I can't wait to get mine, so yeah. Does that make sense? Oh, that was sent to me privately, so nobody could see that. Okay, cool. So any questions on Instagram, Facebook, posting, what not to post, anything at all? I think sometimes people think that posting is our job, but it's not. And so people are like, why do I only post 1 time a day on Instagram? Well, again, posting is not our job. Our job is to sign loyal customers and sign distributors. And if we want to do that, we cannot just post. Yeah, we may get some people seeing our stuff. We may get a message here or there from it, but chances of that are slim to none. So our job is constantly showing the opportunity and showing the business or the products with people. That's through your stories. That's when you message people, you interact, and you grow your network. It all just comes together. Again, if you're missing any of the 6 things that you need to do every single day, you just won't do well. But posting is vital. You've got to post every single day. When you post, you're open for business. People will see it consistently. They will start to believe you. You will get the hang of it. You'll start to fall in love with it. You guys will probably post the wrong things and maybe say the wrong things every now and then, and that's okay. You're going to be learning, and you'll once you start using the products and getting them on hand, take pictures with them, take selfies with them, take videos with them, and save them up and then post them throughout the week. Okay, let's see. Do you ever talk about products when meeting new people outside of social media? Yeah, absolutely. So what I do normally, so I guess we would call this blitzing, people that you spark up a conversation with, and maybe like at a restaurant. I was out of town a couple weeks ago, and at a restaurant, I really liked this girl. I thought she was awesome. She served us well, and I just said, "Hey, girl, are you on Instagram?" "Yeah, I am." "Can I add you? I think you're so sweet. I work for my phone. I think you do great. Can I add you? And you can kind of see if you'd like to try." "Yeah, sure." I added her. We've been chatting, that sort of thing. If I like at the nail salon, somebody said they're trying to lose weight. I said, "Do you drink coffee?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you ever heard of the keto coffee?" It was sparked up conversation there. It's simple. They don't have to know like, hey, oh my gosh, I sell this stuff. Have you ever tried it? You just spark up a conversation. You know, you add them on social media. It doesn't have to be full of pressure and all of that. Miranda, you're like the best at blitzing. Do you want to give some advice? You're like frozen right now, but yeah.
Sorry. I was messaging, but yes, I love blitzing. The other day actually at work, this lady came in, and like at work it's good because if you have people that come in all the time, that you start getting familiar with them and they like know you face to face. So I had this lady, she came in and she was like, "Oh my gosh, girl, you're looking great. What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I'm like, perfect moment. So I was like, "Listen, let me give you my business card." I gave her a Blitz card, and if you don't have Blitz cards, buy them. They're super cheap, and you get like a stack like this big. And you carry them everywhere. Put them in your purse, put them in your car, put them in your diaper bag, have a couple everywhere. Put your name on them, your website, your phone number, everything. And this lady was like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, have you heard of ITWorks?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, what?" I couldn't believe that she'd never heard of ITWorks before. So I was like, I was telling her, I was like, "Yeah, this is what we do. This is what it does." And Lila Fane, please let go. Thank you. And yeah, so I just told her about it. I gave her a Blitz card. I told her, yeah, I've lost 70 pounds using our products. They're super amazing. And she has not messaged me yet, but I have her phone number, so I'm gonna message her tomorrow probably. But what I was gonna say is that I think that blitzing is the best with the older women in person, because not a lot of older women are in social media, so they're not like, they don't know, you know. I mean, I'm not saying there are a lot, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the older women, they're not like in social media like we are, so they don't know all about the stuff like we do. So I think that those are the best people to blitz. I love blitzing.
Well, awesome. Thanks for sharing. The little cards she's talking about, Blitz cards. You find them on your eSuite under business tools, I think. Something like that. But anyways, you can just laminate one and put it on your purse. You know, when you're traveling or every day, just put it on your purse. Yeah, right there. It's just like an attractive post. And then on it, if you laminate it, just put "ask me," and then you can spark up conversation that way. Okay.
You can see. Yeah. When you laminate, do you laminate this one, or is there a smaller one that you use?
No, I have some laminated like that, but I did a smaller one. I can't tell you where. They don't. Somebody gave it.
Dang it! Because I think that this one's like so big to put on my little tiny purse, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Okay, Shelby, I'm an artist also. Do you have any advice on how to post my art? Just the art or with me in it? Well, both really, but have you ever thought, I don't know how big you are in art, if it's like something that you are willing to be super loud about on your social media, but you could be known as like the art girl, like that could be who you are while you're running your business. So what if you went live doing some art? I don't know how long it takes you or anything like that, but that would be really cool. I bet people would be super interested in that. But you know, sometimes I'd post it with you in it, and sometimes, you know, maybe not. But yeah, it's just be yourself, and definitely post it to your stories. Just consistently talk about how you're an artist as well and all of that. Okay, Rachel, tips on finding people to follow. Go to pages to find people to follow. Oh, I meant what are your go-to pages? On Instagram, is that what you're asking? Okay, so for Instagram, it's simple. I go to one of my pictures. I will click on the people that liked it, and anybody that I'm following, so I'm following one of the distributors or one of the people who liked it, I'll go to their profile, their last picture, and click on their likes, and then I start there. That's just how I do it. I will avoid, you know, other businesses accounts, other distributors accounts, other network marketing accounts, you know, influencers, bloggers, those people, you want to avoid them because, you know, they're on social media too to make an income. And so you don't want to be following all those types of people. But if it's, you know, just a random girl, you know, maybe an acquaintance, a friend, just go to their last picture, people who liked that picture, and just follow. And then sometimes when they're public, it will say you followed them right away. So then you can go to their page and do the same thing. Go to their last picture, click on their likes and follow. And then it just goes and goes and goes. So your network can just expand like a whole ton. Does that make sense? That's how I do it every single time. I know that you can go on Instagram and you can search for places. You can do hashtags if you want. So maybe if you want to do a random, super random hashtag, like, I don't know, what's a random hashtag that entrepreneurs wouldn't use? I don't know, but things like that. Places, you know, if you want like Las Vegas, you know, or a certain city that you live in, if you want to follow those people, that sort of thing. Yeah, Becca, go ahead. I can't hear you. I heard you. Yeah.
Okay. One thing, so I am an Instagram person. I am very bad at Facebook. I need to be better at that. But I take good care of my Instagram. It's like my baby. But one thing I really like to utilize on my Instagram are my highlights. I don't know if we talked about that tonight or not, but so I'm sure most of you guys have seen this. Can you guys see my screen? So right here at the bottom of my bio, at the bottom of it, it has highlights right here. A few of mine that I highlighted is my story. So I change up my story every so often of how why I joined, what I'm doing now with the business and all of that. I have one that has results and just different things like that so that I don't have to constantly be posting these every single day. People can go to my Instagram and be able to see my story whenever they go to my personal page. Another thing I don't know that I love is because if I'm posting a lot to my story, which I do every day, more than, I don't even know how many I post per day. One thing I love is that if I posted a poll, which I love polls, I use a poll in everything. If I had missed looking at who voted on my poll, there's actually an archive little thing at the top of your Instagram. My phone is too bright. I don't know how to do this. I'm really bad at this. But right here, if you click in the left corner, you click on that, it will bring up all the stories that you posted since the first story you posted. So one, you'll be able to see stories that you posted before, and you'll have ideas again if you need something, but you'll be able to go back and see who voted on that poll even a month ago. So if you forgot who you messaged a month ago about this, go back, press on their name, and you're able to reconnect with them if you had forgotten to write their name down or something. So those are two things I like to use on my Instagram. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you. One other thing on Instagram, you just reminded me what I do when I'm interacting. I don't know. I usually screen record when I'm like doing things, you know, for the task list to kind of give you guys some ideas. But one thing, so I don't know if you've seen it, but what I do when I'm interacting is I will, you know, comment and I'll go to their page and look at their story and reply to their story, you know, even just one time of me doing this. And I just look at their page. I think they're great. I'm going to save their last picture. So on the right side at the bottom of a picture, you have the little flag. You can save it and then it'll pop up, save to a collection, and I'll click that and then I'll add to my PDTs. And I have one for every month. I just added myself to PDTs May 2019. So then when I'm wanting to go and interact furthermore with the same people, so I'm just planting that seed more and I'm following up with them more, I just go to my saved collections and they're all just right there. And I can just go back to their profile and like their recent picture as well, view their recent stories because maybe I haven't seen it scrolling through stories. I can send them a message if I think it's time, if I've been interacting with them long enough. And I'll message them and offer them the business. You know, that's kind of how I do that. It's just, I'm not organized at all, but I know that I have my phone with me at all times, and that's just a way that I'm able to follow up with, because you guys, sometimes we forget to interact and follow up with people, and it's find a system that works for you, stick to it, and just keep following up and interacting with the same people. Sometimes we do get caught up on just constantly growing our network, and we kind of sort of forget about the people that we already have, that we've interacted with, or that we need to interact with. Does that make sense? April, do you have a question? You want me to unmute you? I can't unmute you. I think your chat is off. Sorry. If you have a question, just chat it. Okay, let's see. Interact with people that fit my brand or my 5 things. So I find tags that relate to those things to people, so they have similar interests. That way they are more likely to interact and be interested. Yeah, that's awesome too, for sure. I have a file for PDTs and PLCs on that collection you were talking about, so I can remember why I wanted to message them. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Does anyone else have anything to add? Brittany, I know that you're really good at Facebook. I mean, from looking at your Facebook anyways. Do you have any tips on Facebook on maybe interaction or anything you want to add?
With interaction, I really just suggest doing like 2 to 3 interactive posts a day, kind of how she was saying, like, iced coffee or hot coffee, stuff like that. I always do at least 2 to 3 a week. Like, I make myself do it. And then I actually go through, like, I'm a cat person. Like, if you look at my profile, you'll know I like cats. But I go to, like, cat groups, and I find cat memes, and I'll just steal the photos, and I'll just, like, post them myself. So definitely finding, like, your niche and going to, like, a group similar to that and, like, kind of taking content helps a lot for me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's awesome. Thank you. Anybody else, like, really feel like you're really good with Facebook? That you can give some tips on, maybe stories. I actually don't use Facebook stories, and I don't know why. I assume it's the same as Instagram, but if you guys have anything for that, let me see. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. When you're posting, you don't have to treat Facebook and Instagram the same. I actually don't post everything to Instagram that I do to Facebook. They're a little bit different. Did you have a question? Is it Julia? I'm sorry if I just butchered that. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. No, I was just gonna add, I've been like working and listening through this whole thing, and the one thing that I wanted to add was, going live is super scary, but when you go live, you throw yourself out there, and people want to know what you're doing. And so, like, in the mornings, like, I go live and I, like, make my coffee, and I talk about keto coffee, and I talk about, what I'm going to do that day. And the other day, I hadn't been live in a week, and the other day I did like a 10-minute live as I was getting ready. I signed like 8 LCs that day, all from going live. And it's because people just consistently see me just chatting and talking to them, and just engaging with them and encouraging them to be the better, be their better self. And people love that. And so I would, not just throw stories up there. Like, you need to go live. You need to talk about, face to face with the camera, like, talk to your people, and just really use that feature. That's huge.
Yes, thank you. Even for me, guys, I get a little nervous going live. But it always, you get a lot of good interaction, unless people view your video, they don't know what you're talking about. So what I would recommend for live videos is captioning it, just like eye-catching. Don't say anything about, come try these wraps, these wraps are only $25, or anything about the products, really. Just something eye-catching that people would watch, and then they'll learn more about what you're doing, and they'll see that you're a real person, that you're genuine about it, that you're actually using it and loving it. So yeah, thank you for that. That's awesome. Okay, so any other question? Oh, so when you blitz, how do you have them go to your page to buy product instead of just going to ITWorks page? How do you get credit? Well, if you blitz, you want to put your number and your website on your blitz card, but the best thing to do is get their information, get them on social media, so you can follow up with them on social media or texting them, and when you follow up, you're able to close the deal that way as well, and you can send them your website and all of that. All right, cool. Well, does anyone have any other questions? Just remember, posting is not your job, but it is vital to your business. You have to be open for business every single day. You've got to post at least one time on Instagram, at least once to 3 times a day on Facebook, business, personal products, on your stories all day long. Talk about your business, your personal life, your products. Get people, the other thing I wanted to add, you guys, people aren't buying your products a lot of the time. Sometimes they're buying you. They want to support you and what you're doing. And if you share your journey with people, your goals, where you're going, what it's done for you, what it's doing for you, what it's doing for other people around you, you're excited about it, you're finding a passion, you have a fire with this, people are attracted to that, and they're going to want to support you, and they will buy from you because it's you. So just remember that. Posting, be yourself, clean up your pages, you guys. If you've been sharing videos this week at all, go and delete them, or just take them off your timeline. Make sure that your pages are clean and they're about you and your kids and your family and the things that you love and you're passionate about. This is your business, so you can do it however you want, but just remember that I've got your best interest in mind and at heart for sure. And it's better to listen to me than to not. You want to be successful, just be yourself, be genuine in what you're doing and what you're posting, and just take people on that journey with you. Because again, people will buy from just you sharing your journey alone. And at month end, you guys, when you're going for a big promotion and you talk about that, even though it's like a big salesy, like, hey guys, I'm pushing for this, people are going to be following you, and they're going to be like, okay, yeah, I actually want to help her out. I've been seeing this consistently. I know she's passionate about this. I know she's got big goals. Why not try it? So yeah, every day be consistent, and that includes posting. No matter how scary it can be, no matter if you think that people are going to be like, you're annoying and whatever, most people aren't going to see your stuff every single day, so don't worry about that. Also, if you lose friends here and there from doing something that is going to give you value and add value to your life and your future, then they're really not your friends anyways. So just some tips for you guys. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope this helped. I have it recorded. I will make sure to post it on the team page. You can tag your teams and you can watch it later. Thanks for hopping on, guys. We'll talk to you later.